Peace and love, everybody. This is Sister Zinga from Flowing and Growing with Sister Zinga. We are here for another talk about a Tuesday. Well, we're going to talk about emancipating ourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. So, this is something that we got to do for ourselves, y'all. We got ourselves in this mess, and we're going to get ourselves out of this mess. And it is doable, but there's some steps that we got to take because it's like we like knee deep we like knee deep in this mess. So it's gonna take us some time to get out of it. So what I want to talk about today is just some things that we need to think about. Because the reason why we're in this mess is because a lot of us have acquiesced and allowed these people to do the things that they have done, and we just say, okay, all right, that's the way it is, or that's what our boss is doing, so you just kind of go along, kind of thing. But we can get out of this mess. We have to start thinking for ourselves. Remember, I told you, think it ain't illegal yet. That we have to start thinking for ourselves, and in the process of thinking for ourselves, then we will bump up against some things that they're saying. Oh, okay, well, we this is the new style. This is what's trending. Um, go buy it. Okay, either you can, excuse me, think for yourself and say, no, I ain't gonna buy that. Or you can say, okay, girl, so Larry Boss buying, I'm gonna buy it too. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So that's the thing we have to do. We have to think. And what I want to say first, because I'm thinking about what I'm doing here now, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to all the people who have subscribed, people with different comments, people that hit that notification bar. Sometimes even before I could get there to tell everybody that I put the new video up, I already have a couple of views. So that means you have the notification, and as soon as you see it, you're going to check it out. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. We're all in this together. I do this because I love you. I love myself, I love my people, and I love the Most High. And so I have a responsibility. This is part of my journey, something that I must do. That my journey has me to collect people together, to bring forth information, to make people think, to share my experiences. That's part of my journey. And so that's what I'm here doing. So, like I was saying, a lot of these things we could get out of it, but it's going to take some work. Now, the way the society has this thing all built up, it makes you look like that it's like for your convenience. You know, the way they have liquor stores on every damn corner is supposed to be for your convenience, or like Chinese stores, between liquor stores and Chinese stores on every other corner, and a church too, that that's supposed to be for your convenience. But if you think about what do these things do for me, what benefit or what value do I see in them for me? There's no value in the liquor stores being so close because it's too easy, for us to go and get some liquor. Not to say that I don't indulge in alcohol, I do, but I indulge responsibly. We have a lot of people who don't indulge responsibly, and it's just a quick and easy thing for them to do. To go get a liquor store, I can just walk around the corner. They don't need a car. You don't need nothing. Sometimes you don't even need cash, because when you go there all the time, sometimes those people will extend you credit because they know you're going to keep coming back, and when you get your check, you're going to keep taking care of them or whatever. That's a whole nother long story. And just for the convenience of the stores, I think that sometimes when there's a store that's owned by local people, depending on where you're living at, that you should walk that extra block or two. You should pay that extra 50 cents to support the local business, because those are the people who are going to support you. Those are your own kind. You support your own kind. All races of people do, even though there really is no thing called race. This is another one of the things that these people made up, because we are all one. But then they wanted to, have somebody to pitch against this person or that kind of stuff. There's another one of those things, the divide and conquer kind of thing. And so they came up with this thing with the race. Look that up to see about how the race was created. Race was really created because they took it was a way of them claiming the land long time ago. But I won't get into that. But it's, again, y'all, everything we do. I think my last video was that all this stuff is an illusion, because somebody has made this mess up. Somebody that made it up and make you think that this is so, but it's not so. It's only what somebody made up, and because everybody's doing it, then that's what making it so. But it doesn't make it a fact. It doesn't make it truth, and it doesn't make it real. Okay, you follow what I'm saying? Just because, let me see, what can we say, for instance? this thing about, sisters who wear weaves. It's convenient for you. Like I said, it's convenient for you to go and just put a weave in your hair that could stay in there for a couple months. You don't have to comb your hair every day. You just got the same hairstyle. It's convenient for you to be able to, not having to do your hair. You can go and just, pick this different style, put it on, sew it in, do whatever you want to do. But the thing is that you don't have to do your own hair, which is crazy. All people take care of their own hair. So why come we don't want to take care of our own hair? And some people just say, well, I wear braids or I wear a weave because it's easier. Well, life ain't easy, y'all. Life isn't easy. There's a yin and a yang. There's some good shit, there's some bad shit. That's how it is. Things gonna be hunky dory for a while, but then bam, something's gonna just come right up to you, and then next thing you know, you got you in a situation. But that's the way it is. That's life. Everything can't be all good. Everything's not gonna be all bad. But some things we should do for ourselves. So back to the little example about the hair, that it's convenient, and so we think we look nicer, or we or more appealing, but we're not, because some people put these things on their head, and sometimes it doesn't look nice because it may not be done by somebody who professionally knows how to apply it, or the product that you buy is inexpensive, so it looks that way on your head. So it's obvious that you have a wig on. So either it's not done properly, or either it's an expensive piece and it doesn't look nice because it just isn't a good quality. But what can we want? What can we don't want to do it? How can we say that, girl, I'll keep my hair with some weave or some braids or something because I don't feel like doing my hair. Why? Okay, another thing. Look at this way. Think it ain't illegal yet. By doing so, we used to do our own hair. So that's something that we did, and also then we taught our children how to take care of their own hair. So that's something that we passing down things to generations. Then we when we did our hair, only we couldn't go to a white woman to get your hair done because white women don't know how to do, white or any other nationality don't know how to do our hair. They do now, but they didn't know how to do our hair. So then what we did, we put some of the local people, we put them out of business. So you put people out of business that was doing your hair. And now that's not skill that they can even practice anymore, because nobody goes and gets your hair done the way that we used to go get our hair done. I mean, I know there's many hair salons, and the salons do whatever you want to have done to your hair. Some of them do the natural hair, but not many. Most of them is putting chemicals in the hair, or adding a piece here, or dyeing it, or cutting it, or flipping on a whole wig, or braiding it up. But we don't deal with our own hair anymore. And our hair doesn't have to be, like all nice, look at myself. I got the bush right now. Okay, it's in between shampoos. I'll probably shampoo it again, when I get ready. But most of the times, people with locks, they want our hair to be just, all laid down like this here around our edges and stuff, and just be picture perfect. No, that's not how our hair is. That's not the nature of our hair. Our hair is poofy, it's soft, it's springy. How our hair grows in like little coils. That's our natural hair. Those curls. That's why these things are called locks, because it's really just our locks all clumped together. And then when you don't comb the hair, it just all comes together, gets clumped there, and you don't comb it. It creates beautiful things like these. But that's not what I'm going to talk about right now. So I'm just using an example of us doing our hair. So why don't we want to do our hair anymore? So the point that I'm making is that some of the things that we find as conveniences for someone else, or even maybe for us, but the bad part about it is that you no longer take care of your hair. You no longer comb your own hair or brush your own hair. That's just not natural, for us to do that. But that's just one example. When I was saying that this is something that people do. But the bad part about it is, even now, when women are having children, they just automatically put braids in the child's hair. They automatically when a certain time comes, will even put the chemicals in the hair to straighten the hair. So you're not giving your child a chance to know her hair, to love her hair, to embrace a part of her. It's automatics. And then if the child has braids or pieces in her hair from a child up, then she's going to think that that's what she needs. That this is what makes her pretty. And she's going to always think that I have to add something to my hair Sorry, but there's something on my glasses blocking my view from seeing you guys. Um, then the child's going to think that they always need to have extensions, long hair, or weave hair or something there, and that their own natural hair is just not good enough or is not pretty enough. Or, they don't value it because they're not used to looking at it and taking care of it. And these things are not good when it comes down, for us the future, and for as a child growing up and loving herself. You have to love everything about yourself. You know, your nose. If you think you got a wide nose, you got thick lips, big behind. Nappy hair. Nappy. It's not a bad thing. What they call my hair nappy. Again, these are words that have been made up to reflect upon us. But this is not our idea. Our hair is beautiful. We can do so many things with our hair. What other race can do all these things with our hair? Wear it curly, wear it straight, braid it up, this or that. Short, bald head, long, locks, braids, twists, you know, including the other, chemical bound things. We're the only people that can do those things with our hair. We have a beautiful thing, but they're taking us away from them. And then I don't know who everybody who's looking right now, but have you ever seen some sisters and brothers when they got froze, when they had just their natural froze? That was beautiful. We had short ones. We had some that was shaped, cocked to the side. We had big ones. I used to have a big Angela Davis fro because I have long hair, and so we've had all kinds. Sometimes it's faded on the side. We can do that mohawk. These are things that we do with our hair, but we don't do it anymore. All we do is what they say we're supposed to do with our hair. And then they make up these damn laws that saying that we can't, that you can't wear braids. Some people say you can't wear braids as a hairstyle in the workplace. Get the hell out of here. What is that? And we allow that instead of us sticking up and saying, okay, wait a minute, no, this is my natural hair. We too much acquiesce with just going along with what they say. That's the main thing I want to talk about. Because the reason why we're in this situation is because of that. Like, just cooking. They came up with all these fast food places. We used to cook, Big Mama and them, Auntie somebody, Big Pop, these kind of things were things that was passed down to us through generations. But now, young ladies, they don't know how to cook, or young men don't know how to cook. It's not the responsibility of just a woman to know how to cook. A man and a woman should both know how to cook to be able to take care of themselves. But we're no longer doing that. We just fast fooding, and people and some people, I know some people who are older and they don't cook. They really literally don't cook. They will go out to a restaurant, buy some food, bring it to their house, and then serve themselves off of that. Literally don't cook anymore. Oh, I don't even cook anymore. Really? Oh, I love preparing my own food. Because that's what's healthy for us. Again, this was made up with intentions of us being able to get hooked on this food. Love the convenience. It is a convenience, but it's bad for your health. That's the most important part. It's bad for your health. The kids want that mess all the time, so you gotta, appease your children. And now that you let them eat in the McDonald's, the fast food, the burgers, and they got the little toy and all that kind of stuff. So this is just the mind blowing stuff that they put us in and have all these conveniences. Like sometimes it is convenient, so sometimes you have to have you have two parents in the household working, and sometimes give mom a break if she's the one who comes home and cooks the dinner. Give her a break, just go get something. But it should be something that's good for the children, something that would be just as good as your own food. But it's not. Fast food is not healthy at all, and all that stuff they're all connected, y'all. They want you to have the fast food. They want you to eat the fast food. Because you eat the fast food, then you know that it's gonna cause some type of dis-ease in your body. So then you're gonna need their doctors, and then after the doctors, you're gonna need their medication. Follow the pattern and see how things go. They talk about follow the money sometimes. Yeah, that will solve problems when you can figure shit out. But follow the pattern of who is benefiting from these things. Because these guys are all in cahoots. All in cahoots. And just because everybody eat at McDonald's doesn't mean you gotta eat at McDonald's. I choose not to eat at McDonald's. I don't eat at none of them. I may eat some French fries if like somebody go past there, I say, just give me some French fries. But it's not something I go say, I'm going to McDonald's to eat, or I'm going to Kentucky Fried. I will not do it. And you have to choose to do that too. If you love yourself, because you have to realize that these foods are not good. And that's the thing, y'all. We know certain things, but we still participate in it. And that's how they are continuing to do this stuff. When they told us about that shot wasn't good and stuff was coming up and people was dying, something, people are still going to get it because they believe what these people say and they trust what these people say, and they will still want to go get that shot. So but I just want to give you some examples of some things to make you think, because it ain't illegal yet. We have got to start transitioning out of this stuff and making different choices. It's really just that simple, about making a choice. Everything is about making a choice. So just say if your child goes to school, and they have the lunch. But if you know how the food that they get for certain schools, it ain't good. It's not prepared properly. It has no seasonings in it. First of all, don't taste good or whatever. But we send our children to school, so we have to be caring enough. I don't want to say, not be lazy, because that's the opposite, but caring enough for your child to pack your child's lunch every now and then. If you have to let them enjoy the lunch, because why sometimes it's crazy. The child may get bullied because every day you got to pack lunch and everybody's eating everything else. Well, instead of that child bowing down and saying, feeling bad, well, mom, I don't want you to pack me out my lunch because they keep making fun of me. No, then you have to teach your child to be strong and have confidence in themselves. To say, no, but my mom cares about me. My mom takes her time out and makes me this lunch. And she put love in this lunch. Y'all just getting this stuff that people just going to just scoop out of some big bowl and they're going to put it on your plate and tell you to eat it. That it ain't good for you. So in teaching your children to be proud, and if you're doing things differently, you have to be able to add the extra something there to let them know that in case they get singled out, that they would have confidence in knowing that, no, my mom makes her own food, and she prepares her own food for me. Even if when it comes to clothing, if your parent chooses to not just follow every little darn style that comes out here, then you have to teach your child to know that, yeah, I bought these for you, and it's okay, because these sneakers can just run just as fast as a name brand sneaker. You can jump just as high as a brand name sneaker. And I know peer pressure is hard, but again, that's part of teaching your child to not to have low self-esteem, to be confident in who they are, and to know. That's why that family situation needs to be tight. Just know that this is what we do at our house. When you may go to school and meet other people, or go to other people's houses, or even your cousin's house or whatever, sometimes what's going on in these different households is different. So you have to teach your child that this is what we do in our household, and this is what we do. You're going to run into lots of people who do things differently, but that's okay. That's what makes the world go around. Do things differently, but we all stuck on doing the same thing. Why is it that we all want the same thing? That's not the way God created us as individuals. And so we have different desires and different wants, different likes, different feelings. So we don't always have to say, well, I'm trying to think. I had some good examples before. Trying to think of some examples that I had to talk about how we don't have to go along and say that's what everybody else does. I was having a conversation with somebody, and I think they were told, oh, there's a beautiful butterfly on my door, so pretty. And they were talking about, I'm trying to think of what they were talking about, going someplace and say that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's where everybody does it. Okay, no, if you want to go a certain way that's different from everybody else, then you could do that. Maybe everybody's taking a bus and you feel, well, I want to drive, or everybody's just the thing about it is just appreciate your uniqueness. Be okay to do something different from everybody else, because that's what kind of gets us in this situation that we all go along when we know certain shit ain't right. Because just because everybody does it, it does not make it a fact. It doesn't make it true. Now, we have got to get to a place that we love ourselves more than we love this government and this world. Because we still see that to this day that they are still doing things to us like we have no value at all. But we allow it. Because let's talk about this thing about the sisters with the clothing thing. Okay, let's talk about this. Whose idea was it to take the beautiful sisters that used to, when we used to get dressed and go to work, we always used to wear suits, look nice, and care about the fact that, that we represented ourselves, that we respected ourselves. Our breast was covered. We had a nice blouse on with a nice suit jacket or something, skirt, pants, whatever. That doesn't really matter. But now they tell you, well, you don't have to do that. You can wear jeans. Then you got the jeans with the holes. Oh, wait a minute. Let me stop on that. Let me. I'm gonna sidebar right here, but I'm gonna take up some time and do this sidebar. Who put in y'all's head that it's okay to wear these jeans with all the damn holes in it? I mean, okay, it's a style. Everybody wears them. But there's no way that I'm going to pay my money for a pair of jeans that got holes cut all in it because it's a style. So I'm supposed to buy it, spend my money on it because y'all say this is a style. I mean, this is a great example. I can stay right here. Why is it okay? I mean, why did you go along with everything? Why is it okay for somebody to tell you that this is a new style, to wear these jeans tight as hell, and then these jeans with holes in them? No, y'all. There's no thinking that you don't think that you would think that that's not okay for me. It's no way that I'm going to wear that. And I hope that there's some other people who will agree. It's no way that I'm going to wear those jeans with all the holes in them. I don't give a damn whose style it is. That ain't my idea. See, that's the thing. That ain't my idea. Somebody called me today and was talk to me about some product that they had and something, and I told them, well, I'm not going to be available on that day. And the person was telling me, well, if you know what I know, you need to change your plans and do so and so and so. I told him, I said, you know what, that's your idea and it's not my idea. I'm not going to participate. I'm not available to participate. So this man was really trying to convince me to change my plans so I could meet him on this certain day because so I can listen to what he's saying about this product that he got that he want me to see if I want to buy it or not. And he's telling me, well, I think you need to change your plans and something. But some people will let these people convince them of that. You have to stand fast on what you know and what you feel and what is your truth and create your own narratives. So we can't go along with this stuff. And I know I did a sidebar about the clothing situation, but even just talking about how now everything is tight, everything is short, and everything is cut low. Well, there's a few things there, but that's left. Or you can wear a tank top underneath of it if you don't want to expose yourself, or you don't have to buy that skirt. You can wear the top because a lot of dresses, it's a dress, but the dress is so short. I wear it as a top, and then I wear either type of pants underneath of it or skirt underneath of it, because I'm not wearing that stuff. I'm not wearing it because I think for myself, and I know I like how I want to present myself, and then that's the only way I'm going to do it, the way I like to present myself, not because this is what's in style. They just took all our beauty and our respect because nobody's going to respect you. You think men like looking at this shit sometimes, but they don't. The ones who always can think, oh yeah, look at her. They got a little pea brain mind. They ain't got no damn sense. But you have to have the respect for your own self. You don't need to wear something that's all up your behind and your boobs hanging out. I saw this one dress with this sister. She's only 30-something years old. She had on a dress, and this whole part, all this right here was cut out. So, okay, so you get to see all of her cleavage and you get to see, about this much even of her breasts. So the dress came right where the nipple comes on to the underarms. Why in the hell does somebody think that that's okay and that's acceptable? And then of course the rest of the dress was some old sheer little soft little something, and it was showing every little thing, every little bumper, every little dimple, every little something. It was all tight. Thank God it was long. But, it was like she had no damn clothes on because the dress that she had on was just so tight that you could see every little, her shape and everything. A little bulge in the front, bulge in the back. And all this was out. When this became quote unquote a style, Don't you think that you have a say to say whether you like that style or not? Don't you think? Well, you should know. I mean, you should know that you do have a right to say, well, no, I don't like that. I'm not going to wear that. I don't want that. We don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You must have the love for yourself and the value for yourself to not go along with that shit. And I'm talking about this for women because I'm a woman, and that's some of that shit I just don't go for. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. The Chinese people came up with just regular nail. What's first you get the nails done. Go to Chinese people, get your nail done. But that wasn't enough. They wanted to get something that would last longer. Now that stuff that does last longer, but it's worse for your own natural nail. So it deteriorates your own natural nail. So then you got to keep putting that thing on there, and you got to keep putting it on there. You got to keep putting it on there. So you just forget about your own natural nail the same way you forget about your own natural hair. And so you have to keep putting that thing on there, and you get it done because that's how they do it now. Okay, well but you ain't gotta do that. Maybe that's how they do it. That's what they offer. But you can say, no, I just want you just to use regular polish on my nails. You do have that choice. But no, but you want to look like everybody else? Don't think that anything outside of yourself is going to add more value to you. It's not. And if it is, it will just only be an image of about what somebody sees. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So if you think, well, now, okay, I got my hair done. I got on my fake eyebrows, and I got on my fake eyelashes. I got some makeup on, like they didn't beat my face. And then now I got on my fake nails. And I already talked about the fake hair. And some people go get these fake and try and go get these fake. But then you want a real man? Huh? You want a real man and everything about you is fake? And I ain't trying to insult nobody. Everybody can make choices, but I'm talking about the things that we do and how they affect us and how they keep us in this mental slavery, because whatever they say, we do. But we do have choices. Take back your freedom. You have a choice. You do not have to go along. You don't have to eat this new shit to come up. And then, like I said, I want to repeat this again and think about this thing about being a vegetarian and being a vegan. Y'all, people have been eating healthy for a long time. But now here they go again, making up words. Because all these words are made up. This ain't something that God gave. This ain't stuff that come from God. These things that we dealing with on a daily basis here is man-made stuff. So the man made up this term vegan. So then now they telling you you're a vegan, you got to eat this, or you can't eat that. That's some bullshit. Just eat healthy. And then when you want to be a vegan or vegetarian, here they made this up, and now you got in this different category for you that you supposed to be better because you eating better and and you paying better too. Ain't that a damn shit that you got to pay more money to eat healthy? It don't make no damn sense. Y'all, it's all part of this game. This shit is being made up as it goes. They make this shit up as they go. The words, there's certain words that have meaning, but now they made up a fancier word. So now you're a certain conversation, they want to use these fancy words. I don't try to take my time to learn no damn words. I know what it means because this ain't my language anyway, and I really don't like it. It's a bastard language. It's so mixed up, and you got 2 or 3 words with the same sound, but they spelled differently and all this kind of nonsense. It's just anyway, because they made it up. I don't like it, so that's why. That's the bottom line too. They're gonna tell me this is a that, this is a that. Okay. I have my own narrative. I understand that I'm here for a reason. I have my relationship with the Most High. I'm not perfect. I'm learning, and I will always continue to want to learn to improve myself. But the things that I do know, I do apply, because there's no sense you learning nothing if you're not going to apply it. When I took the word think, THINK, take hold of and implement new knowledge. So if you don't implement the new knowledge, ain't sense you learning nothing. You might as well just stay home and just sit there and watch the TV, And y'all, why come on TV? And that's something that I was having a conversation with. I was talking to somebody about it on TV. They were saying, I just saw this good movie and there was something, something, something. You might want to watch that. And then they was telling me what it's about. Oh, but it got a lot of killing and stuff in it. And I was like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. And I was like saying, yeah, sometimes I don't have TV, but I have Wi-Fi so I can look at YouTube. And then a friend of mine shares her Netflix account with me. And then, got a little downtime. I wasn't feeling good, so I took a couple of days off. I was just kind of relaxing. During those times, I couldn't find nothing on TV that didn't involve sex, drugs, killing, cheating, stealing, something negative. There's no storylines anymore where something good comes out of it and in. You got the neighbors doing crazy stuff, killing each other or sneaking in or setting up cameras in each other's houses, doing crazy stuff towards each other. That shit's crazy. I watched Twisted Marriage Counselor, then I watched Twisted Neighbor. And both of those things was crazy stuff. It was nothing good that came out of it. The Twisted what's the name? Marriage Counselor was a woman who had been her man cheated on her, and so she was trying to get revenge. And so she eventually became a counselor, and then she was counseling these women, and then she was using them, was setting them up, so I don't want to even go through the whole damn story, but anyway, the bottom line is it wasn't nothing good that came out of it. She was twisted. She was a professional person who somebody came to, paying them money, and they trusted them to give them the best advice. But she was using her power to twist these things up and manipulate, the husband or the woman or whichever one that she felt it was the best way for her to whatever. She was dogging out the brothers and she was manipulating the women. Then the Twisted Neighbor was like neighbors. They were supposed to be this really nice neighborhood, a gated community, and they had all these rules and regulations. But if somebody didn't follow up with doing the right thing, but based on who they say what you're supposed to do, how clean you're supposed to keep your lawn, and blah blah blah. Then they was doing stuff like they was eventually to the point that they was doing stuff to the person to the point that they was just killing them if that person didn't abide by the rules, didn't keep the grass cut and something. They would set things up and they was killing them. Why does everything have to be like that? So some say this TV's not good for you. What about the things that have a good ending? Where somebody learned something or through an experience, some good things happen. That shit ain't available no more. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Everything is to dumb us down. To dumb us down and to get us in this negative vibration. The music, the TV, advertisement, things we drink, things we eat. Even cars not even as good as they used to be. I mean, there's nothing. But the thing about it, we do have some information that we could use that would allow us to be able to make choices. So it's the choices that I want you guys to make. Start making different choices and be okay with the fact that you're the only one in your family who's doing it. Because there's some things in my family, I'm the only one who's doing it. I still love my family for sure. But everyone is choosing to do something else. I choose to do it my way. And I'm not saying my way just because my way because it's me. It ain't no ego thing. It's I make choices about what's best for me. There's certain things I'm not going to eat, drink, certain activities I'm not going to participate in, certain things I'm not going to watch, certain people I'm not going to allow in my house, certain activities that I'm not going to, the family together doing this, that, and other. Okay, y'all, go ahead, enjoy yourself. Okay, I'm standing out. Because this is me. I love me, and I know I'm doing what's best for me. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to love you enough to make choices for yourself. And you don't have to go along with what everybody else is doing. I mean, there's so many things I could say and examples I could give. But you are the one. God gave us everything that we need. And the ways that we call this the old ways, y'all, that's the old way. That's the way old people used to do it. But y'all, the people back there who did it, they survived. They was able to live. They was able to grow. They was able to prosper. They didn't spend all the money on things just for show. People buying shit. Think, well, this is simple. This may be simple, but this is something that they created, and some else is making money off that idea. But I will not participate in it. I'm not buying a card to give to somebody. I'm not going to buy the card, first of all, to give somebody just to read a little splurge, and then they're going to throw the card away. I'm not buying a gift to buy and put it in all this fancy little cute little paper with a ribbon, all that kind of stuff, and then you see the person, they take it and they throw it away. Okay, but that don't make no damn sense to me. And maybe some of y'all just, maybe nobody here may even agree with me. I don't care. But I'm coming to you. I will give you. I've come up with a little cute little envelope or a bag or something. If I want to give you money, or if I want to print out something, I'll type it up and put it on a piece of paper. Or that you just know I love you because this is who I'm giving you, spending my money on you. I ain't gotta find some else's words to kind of express how I feel. I'm gonna say what I want to say to you, let you know how I feel about it. And if I want to give you some money or give for something, I'm gonna give it to you in some kind of little bag. I got got plenty of fabric around here. I'll take and wrap it up in a beautiful piece of fabric, and it's a piece of fabric that they can later on lay out on themselves. They can use the wipe on themselves. They can use it the whatever they want to do. Lay it on the table as a little centerpiece or something like that. So something that has value they can use over again. I'm not going to spend my money on a card that you're going to read into words. Oh, that is so cute. And by the time you get home, you can throw it away. I'm not going to spend my money on some wrapping paper. And, it's nicely wrapped, got a bow on it, got ribbon. Here I just spent, like, with the way shit costs nowadays, you're going to spend about, shit, $10 or $15 just on the wrapping paper and what's the name? And that's not even a gift. No, see, I don't spend my money on stuff like that. And people say, oh, Zinga, you cheap. I don't care what you think about me. This is what I think. I think that shit's dumb, and all that's doing is taking my money and transferring it over to somebody else. And I don't do that with my money. It may be a simple something, but just think of the logic, y'all. The logic is just another thing to spend money on. That we spend money on. It's just another thing that we spend money on. And we don't have the liberty of spending our money on BS things. We need to be putting our money towards something that we can appreciate for ourselves, or donating it to somebody who's doing something positive to help out you, your children, or the family, or the nation, the people. Your money is important. And they got so many gadgets and stuff to get your money. It don't make no sense. But we willing to give it up. It's okay, there ain't no but $2. By the time you pay $2 on this, $2 on that, $2 on that, that's $10, and then $10, then 10 more. You got $10, you got your $100 that you could have saved and spent on something for your own self, versus you giving to somebody else. It's not being cheap. It's about valuing yourself and valuing what your belongings, you and yours. Now, I value my money, that I'm not gonna go work and just participate in stuff like that where I could just frivolously just throw my money away. I'm not doing that. And I reuse things. I don't have a problem with it. Everything has a use. So you can use it for this, you can use it for that. So I save those bags, those pretty bags. People give me a bag and a pretty gift, and I'll save it and pass it on to somebody else. But I'm not going to a store and buy one to give them. Not me. So this is just tidbits, y'all. I'm just saying, I just want you to think, because it ain't illegal yet. Y'all, you are in a slave mode in your mind. Nobody wants to accept that. But the reality is, it is. We all are. If we go along with everything that this system says, it is a slave type thing. Because you have someone who's telling you what to do, what choices to make, and you do it. So you're a slave to the system. How's that? So I want to say you ain't a slave, because people think the connotation of being a slave is not a good thing. Of course, not a good thing. But you're a slave to the system if you participate in everything that they do. They got all these little fancy things now. You could, even when it comes to, like giving your child a birthday party. Okay, sure. That's your child. When the child's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that child don't know no damn difference about who was there, who was at the party. They're not gonna remember it. Like a big one that's 5 years old. Oh yeah. Okay, the child, they got getting their own little mind together. They can remember that I had on my 5th day, my mom gave me this big birthday party and blah blah blah. But do you think that that when your child's 1 year old, then you go and you get the photographer and you rent a hall and you buy this and you buy that and that and that and that. Here you just spent $500 or $600 or close to $1,000 on all this stuff for one day, especially with the balloons and all that other stuff, and you're gonna just throw that stuff away. That child's 1 year old. That child's not gonna pay no damn attention to that. Take that $400 or $500 and put it in a savings account for that damn child. That's what you should be doing with your money. This is the kind of shit that I'm talking about. How we participate. When it comes to all kinds of things now, birthday parties and the prom, wet baby showers. It's like a big to do. Yes, you do want to do something to celebrate the thing, but be mindful of your budget. Don't go overboard when you got to be. Later on something happened to you, you ain't got no money because you spent all your money on this frivolous thing. Even as far as even going to see paying $1,000 to go see these artists. That's a whole nother story too. But I'm just saying, The simple things in life are the most refreshing and the most rewarding things. And when you make things with your hands yourself, it has more value in it because someone will appreciate it because, oh, she actually made this for me. So there's some love involved in that. So I didn't talk a lot today, y'all, and because I get on here and I just don't want to get off because there's so much stuff to talk about. But the main thing is love yourself, value yourself. Don't spend your money on bullshit things. Some decorations, even when it comes to Christmas time and all these Christmas, Halloween, Easter, and so forth like that, and we buy all this little paper stuff, put out our windows or all that kind of stuff or lights or something like that. That shit you're gonna see it and then it's gonna go. You're wasting your money. We as black people, we don't need to be wasting our money on stuff like that. People of color, we don't need to be wasting our money on stuff like that because we need to be doing more productive things with our money. Certain things that's going to have value and will uplift us that we can benefit off. Not go buy stuff because somebody say, it's this thing is happening, so you got to decorate for it. Really? Unless you go get some paper and some glue and some color paper and some stuff, and you have your kids make some stuff. Let them celebrate, let them have some value to it. But to go out and buy this stuff, to put it up for a couple of days and then take it down for 2 or 3 days, and you're gonna, with the way shit costs in the U.S., you're gonna spend close to $50. Who got $50 just to waste like that, Joe? That's what I want you to think about. Don't waste your money on stuff like that. And you don't. And if somebody says, "Oh, where? Oh, everybody's house got it," okay, well, so what? Christmas trees used to be like $25. Christmas trees now cost $75, at least $50 for a Christmas tree, and you're gonna have it for a couple of days, and then you're gonna throw it away. Really? Oh no. Oh no. So that's what I'm saying. So the stuff that we think, it ain't illegal yet. I'm sorry, I'm not how to be raising my voice. But I do it out of love. It's all about love. But think about shit. Don't get into it just because everybody else is doing it. And because, this is trending. If it's trending, stay away from it. Because it's trending and pretty soon there's gonna be another trend. So whatever money you spend on all this stuff that's trending, honey child, it's going to be wasted. And then because you're going to go spend your money on the next thing that's trending. This is the kind of stuff that some people probably wouldn't even tolerate. I don't know if you can see my glasses, but yeah, I had to wear bifocals. So there's like a little line in here. And people say, girl, why didn't you get the extra, why didn't you get the whatever they call it when you don't have no line? And, sometimes they turn from light to dark and stuff like that. Child, that's a plane ticket somewhere. $300 or $400 extra. I don't care. I put my glasses on for me to be able to see, and I don't want to. And I'm not reading. I take them off. But so to appease other people, spend an extra $200 or $300 so somebody can say, "Oh, girl, why you got that line in there?" Because that's bifocals. That's the way I need to be able to see. But I don't care about spending my money on stuff like that. To please who? To please me, because that money could be a plane ticket for me to go somewhere and do something that I enjoy. So think about that kind of stuff. Think about what you're doing with your money. Think about that. And I just tell you right now, just because all this mess that's going on, I just want to just warn everybody. I don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. We know there's some bullshit going on. We know that, and it's going to get ready to get the shit about to get deeper. I recommend everybody get 2 cases of water. Keep it in your house. Not the water that you're drinking on a regular basis. Store it for when the stuff hits the fan. Some of the foods that you like, the basic things you like preparing, that you need. Get you some beans, get you some cereal, get you some, what you need, what you like, and stock on it and stock it. Because there is going to be a day that something's going to go down. These people are going to do some kind of dumb shit, and they're going to limit you as far as where you could go. You may not be able to get gas to go someplace, or they may, say the gas is this or that, and and the trucks can't deliver the food, so there's not going to be enough food in the supermarkets. Then people are going to be getting angry. There's going to be chaos going on. You're going to be involved in a bunch of negative energy. But if you are prepared, God propels prepared people. So that means if you already got at your house, you got your water, you got your juice, you got you some, the food that you likes, you got some of this, you got some stuff up in the freezer, you got them this, you got some that, then you could be able to function for a week or so. instead of having to just go immediately out into all the chaos and get caught up in that nonsense. So that's my little thing I want to say at the end. We don't know what's happening. We can't trust them that they're going to let us know. It just may be just something quick, like that damn thing where they just burnt up all those people's property in Hawaii. That was just disgusting and devastating and just downright evil that they put those people in a situation. So don't find yourself in that situation. Be prepared. Have the things that you need at hand. Okay? Always stash some cash somewhere that you don't touch. It's only case of emergency. Now, there ain't no emergency when you just decide last minute, oh, you know what thing, I want to go, what's the name, I'm having dinner, let me go, I ain't got no cash, let me go use this money. Don't use it for that. I'm talking about a real emergency. A real emergency. That's how you have to discipline yourself to be able to do these things, to prepare yourself for what's coming down the pipe, because we don't know and we can't trust these people going to have our best interests at heart. So just love up on yourself, you and yours. Prepare yourself for this stuff that's going on. Don't acquiesce. Don't. Well, I know people that may not know. I just like the sound of that word. But don't fall for the okie doke. Whatever they say that you think you got to do. If you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything. And you can get these people off your back if you could just stand up and speak up on the things that you know that you have rights for. All right, y'all. Peace and love. I love you. God loves you, and so do I. So I'm gonna sign up right now. Thanks for listening, because this was probably the longest one I've ever done. But there's so much to talk about, and there's so much to warn you of. But please start taking a step. We got to make a change. You've got to make a change. Got to make a change. All right. Peace and love.